Next question. Consider the following statements. 3 statements are given. Now take the first statement that Amarkantak hills are at the confluence of Vindhya and Sahyadri ranges. This statement is wrong. It is not the Vindhya and Sahyadri, it is the Vindhya and Satpura ranges. Now check this fact in our book. This is our geography part 1 book, page 39. On this page, the fact is mentioned that the Narmada river, it originates on the western flank of Amarkantak Plateau or Amarkantak hills, and it flows between the Satpura in the south and Vindhya range in the north. So this Amarkantak Plateau or hills, they are between the Satpura and Vindhya, and not the Vindhya and Sahyadri. Therefore this fact is wrong. Now take the second fact that the Bedi Girirangan hills, they constitute the easternmost part of Satpura range. This fact is also wrong. Now on the same geography book, go to page number 27. Geography book. This is our geography part 1 book for IAS Prelims 2023 on page number 27. Here it is mentioned that the Nilgiris connects the Bidiranga hills in the southeastern Karnataka with the Shivrai hills and Tirumala hills. So the fact that these Bilirangan hills, they constitute the easternmost part of Satpura range, this is wrong. Now take the third statement that Shishchalam hills, they constitute the southernmost part of Western Ghats. This statement is wrong. Shishchalam hills, they are part of Eastern Ghats. Now check this fact in our environment book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 138. This is our environment book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 138. Here it is mentioned on this table. Shishchalam hills, they are part of Eastern Ghats in Andhra Pradesh. Therefore third statement is also wrong. All 3 statements are wrong. None is the answer, D is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. First statement is that India, despite having uranium deposits, depends on coal for most of its electricity production. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our geography book, geography part 2 book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 129. Here on this chapter coal, it is mentioned that coal constitutes about 60% of total commercial energy consumed, and the power sector and industries, they account for 94% of its total consumption in India. Therefore the statement that India depends on coal for most of its electricity production, this statement is correct. Now the second statement is that uranium enriched up to extent of at least 60% is required for the production of electricity. This statement is wrong. Now see, this is our current affairs book, July 2022 current affairs book. On page number 29 and 28, there was a news that Iran enriching uranium up to 20% in its underground nuclear plant. Here it is mentioned that uranium enriched to 20% was collected for the first time from advanced centrifuges, and Tehran is enriching uranium up to 20% purity, a technical step from weapons grade level of 90%. Therefore, the statement in the question that at least 60% is required for electricity, this statement is wrong, because this percent is much lesser than 20%. Therefore this statement is wrong. First statement is correct, statement second is incorrect. C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question considers the following fauna. How many of above are generally nocturnal or most active after sunset? 3 names are given. Now check this. Malabar civet. This is our environment book for IAS Prelims 2023 on page number 241. Here it is mentioned the Malabar civet. It is nocturnal in nature and found exclusively in Western Ghats. Therefore second is correct. Third is sambar deer. Deer is also correct. Now in the same book, page number 158, environment book for IAS Prelims 2023, page 158. We have given the full list of the nocturnal animals. We have given the full list, and on page 158, white-tailed deer. Deer is there, so deer is a nocturnal animal. And now check this first one, lion-tailed mock. Lion-tailed mock is not in this list. We have given the full list of nocturnal animals on 2 pages. This is full list. In this list, lion-tailed mock is not there. Therefore, only 2, Malabar civet and sambar deer is correct. Therefore, B is the answer, only 2, and this question is solved. Next question. Which of the following organisms perform waggle dance for others of their kin to indicate the direction and the distance to source of their food? And the correct answer is honeybees, C. Now see, this is our October 2021 current affairs book. On page number 100, there was a news, honeybees in rural areas travel farther for food. By decoding honeybees' waggle dances, which tell other bees where to find food, researchers have found that bees in agricultural areas travel further for food than those in the urban areas. The waggle dance is unique to honeybees and is used to communicate the location of floral resources to the hive. This news was there in October 2021 current affairs book, page number 100. Therefore, C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. 3 statements are given, and all 3 are correct. First statement is that some microorganisms, they can grow in environment with temperature above the boiling point of the water. The statement is correct. Second statement is that some microorganisms, they can grow in environment with temperature below the freezing point of water. This statement is also correct. Now first check both these statements. This is our environment book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 34. On this page, here it is mentioned, the greatest known temperature at which the microbial life can exist is 122 degrees centigrade. In 2014, scientists also confirmed the existence of microorganisms living 800 meters below the ice of Antarctica. So both these statements are correct. Now take the third statement, that some microorganisms, they can grow in highly acidic environment. This statement is also correct. On the same page, environment book, page number 34, on the same page, here it is mentioned, the bacteria were among the first life forms to appear on earth and are present in most of its habitats. Bacteria inhabit in soil, water and acidic hot springs. Therefore, third statement, that some microorganisms, they can grow in highly acidic environment, this statement is also correct. All 3 are correct. C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. Statement 1 is that in the post-pandemic recent past, many central banks worldwide, they had carried out interest rate hikes. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our October 2022 current affairs book. On page number 22, this fact is mentioned, that basket of major currencies is trading at an all-time high after the most aggressive hiking of interest rates since 1980s. So this fact is mentioned in this news. Therefore, the statement first is correct. Now take the second statement, that central banks generally assume that they have the ability to counteract the rising consumer prices, that is inflation, via monetary policy means. This statement is also correct. Now see, this fact is also in our current affairs book. Go to April 2023 current affairs book, page 120. This is our April 2023 current affairs book, page 120. This fact is mentioned in the context of crude oil price, that to control the high inflation, that is the rising prices, Market is expecting the US Federal Reserve, that is the Central Bank of America, to increase the interest rate, that is monetary policy means interest rate, despite the crisis in the US banking system. So this fact that central banks generally assume that they have the ability to counteract the rising consumer prices via monetary policy means this statement is also correct. Both statements are correct. Both statements are correct, and the second statement is the correct explanation of statement 1. Therefore, A is the answer and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following assets. How many of the above are considered as intangible investments? Brand recognition, inventory, intellectual property, and mailing list of clients. Now brand recognition is there, intellectual property is correct, mailing list of client is correct, inventory is not there. Now check this fact. This is our report summary that we have given to the students. On this page number 47, we have given this global innovation index. On this table of global innovation index, this intangible assets they are mentioned. In this intangible assets, it is here mentioned that trademarks mean the intellectual property, brand value, industrial design, that is intellectual property, and ICT, that is information and communication technology, that is the mailing list of clients. So intellectual property is there, brand recognition is there, and ICT, information and communication technology, that includes mailing list of clients, is there. Inventory is not there. So the 3 are correct, only 3. C is the answer and this question is solved. Next question. With reference to ancient India, consider the following statements. 3 statements are given, and the first statement is that concept of stupa is Buddhist in origin. This statement is wrong. Here this fact is mentioned, culture of India, 73, page number 73. On this page there is a topic, sculpture in India. So here it is mentioned that as far as the origin of sculpture is concerned, it goes back to Stone Age. A megalithic people buried their dead and constructed monumental stones over them and worshipped them. So it is a basic type of stupa, this monument. The change over from worshipping the ancestral spirit to the personal god is reflected in making icons of the god with the specific attributes. And later, the sculpture in India started appearing from 3rd century with some stone pillars of Ashoka and the stupas. So the concept of stupa, it was already there during the Stone Age. So the first fact that the concept of stupa is Buddhist in origin, this is wrong. Now take the second statement, that stupa was generally a repository of relics. This statement is correct. Now check our Indian history book, page number 29. This is our Indian history book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 29. Here it is mentioned, stupas. The special part of stupa architecture was the dome. Inside the stupa, the central hall, was preserved some relics of Buddha in a casket. So the fact that it is generally a repository of relics, this fact is correct. Now take the second statement, that stupa was a votive and commemorative structure in Buddhist tradition. This statement is also correct. On the same page number 29, here it is mentioned that Ashokan stupas were constructed to celebrate the achievements of Gautam Buddha. Achievements of Gautam Buddha, that is the commemorative structure. Therefore 2 and 3 is correct, 1 is wrong. Only 2 are correct. B is the answer and this question is solved. Next question. With reference to green hydrogen, consider the following statements. 3 statements are given and all 3 are correct. Now check this first statement, that it can be used directly as a fuel for internal combustion. This fact is correct. Now see, this is our geography. part 2 book for IAS Prelims 2023 on page number 101. This fact is mentioned: hydrogen enriched CNG, HCNG. This fuel, it may be used as a fuel for internal combustion engine and is considered as a cleaner source of fuel, more powerful and offers more mileage even than CNG. Therefore, this statement is correct. Now take the second statement, that it can be blended with natural gas. This fact is also correct. Now see, this is our August 2022 current affairs book, page number 21. Here on this page, this fact is mentioned that Prime Minister has laid the foundation stone of a project called Kavas Green Hydrogen Blending with Natural Gas project in Gujarat. Green hydrogen blending with natural gas project in Gujarat. Therefore, this statement is also correct. Now check the third fact, that it can be used as hydrogen fuel cell to run vehicles. This is also correct. Check this fact in our September current affairs book, page number 34. This is our September 2022 current affairs book, page number 34. Here it is mentioned: indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus. Union Minister launched India's first hydrogen fuel cell bus developed by KPITC SIR Pune. So this fact is also mentioned. All three statements are correct. All three, therefore C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. Two statements are given. First statement is that the temperature contrast between the continents and oceans is greater during summer than in winter. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our geography book, part 1 for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 114. Here on this topic, tropical cyclone, on this chapter it is mentioned that tropical cyclones tend to develop during the summer. It is due to the temperature contrast. Here it is mentioned that the primary energy source for these storms is the warm ocean waters. The temperature contrast between the continents and oceans is greater during summers. That is why tropical cyclones occur. So this statement 1 is correct. Now take the second statement, that the specific heat of water is more than that of a land surface. This statement is also correct. Now see this fact in our science book. Science book, page number 187. This is our science and technology book for IAS Prelims 2023, page number 187. Here it is mentioned specific heat capacity of various substances in decreasing order, and water has a maximum. Therefore, the statement that specific heat of water is more than that of a land surface, this statement is also correct. First is also correct, and second statement is the correct explanation of the statement 1. Therefore, A is the answer, and this question is solved.